Hey everybody, it's Lonk the Sane. Good to have you back once again. So I said since I started this channel, I want to do 2 videos a week. One gameplay, one non-gameplay. We got the gameplay out of the way on Monday. So for this video, it's going to be another gameplay video. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I have no idea what I'm doing with this channel. But in any case, this is a new segment. I'm calling it, What is this deck? Every once in a while, I'll run into a deck that does something really unique, something really cool, something really interesting. I think it's only fair that we shine the spotlight on some of the people who are trying different things, who are, trying to do something different than the usual meta. So, yeah, in this segment, I'm going to turn the spotlight off of me, turn it onto our opponent to really kind of show, an interesting game with the deck that they're using. So our opponent is Disarray. They're ranked pretty high up on the gold ladder, and they're running a red-green stretcher aggro deck. That's a strange combination of words to use to describe a Mythgard deck. I have seen red-green decks before. Usually they're more mid-rangey, and they're okay. They're solid. I don't think they're the strongest deck out there, but and stretcher aggro deck, that's what's really interesting. Usually the stretcher is a very slow card. It's usually used in a more controlling deck, usually red-yellow with maybe a splash for a third color. But, my opponent's ranked pretty high, so maybe they know something I don't. But let's take a look at their deck real quick. We can see they have Iron Flesh Performer and then 4 copies of Barbed Bolts. One of the more underrated cards in Mythgard right now, I think. The ability to give a minion -1/-1 instead of dealing 1 damage can make a big difference at times, and you'll definitely see that in this video. And then the rest of red is, the usual fare for red builds. There's Daring Trapezist, Iron Belly Wyvern, Panic Raider, and, of course, the aforementioned Stretcher, which really doesn't fit in with an aggressive deck, but it's definitely in here. Then Wings of Abaddon, Gigantomachia. For green, Gritting Kolobok, Ruslan's Blight, and Matryoshka. Very common to see in artifact-based decks as well. And there's Raid the Tombs, Led Astray, and Pseudonomicon. I don't think I've seen this in any deck on the ladder before. Certainly, it's been pretty rare if I've seen this card used. So, yeah, that's interesting to see that here. And then his hand. No cards I haven't mentioned earlier except Oka Dodana, but that fits squarely in with usual red fare. The deck I'm playing is kind of a green-orange, kind of mid-rangey, kind of aggressive build, and I'm still tinkering with it. Is there legs on this? Is it any good? I don't know yet. If it is any good, I may feature it somewhere down the road on my channel. But for now, I'm just going to, try it out, see what I can do with it. And anyway, on to the match. And right off the bat, I'm going to make a mistake. I burned the Led Astray to play out the enchantment first. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just burned an orange and played out Eager Recruit. Generally, if you can lead out with a minion, you want to do that. That way you can start swinging at your opponent the next turn. But I've slowed myself down for basically no reason, so that was not a good sign of things to come. So opponent's going to hop around Kolobok, burn the Pseudonomicon, so unfortunately we won't get to see it in action. Swing with the Trapezes for 2. Don't really need removal right now, so we'll play out the Ifrit. At this point, I'm kind of doing what I want to with this deck. I have armor on my Recruit. My Ifrit is much bigger than their smaller minions. Oh, there's Barbed Bolt. Don't worry, I have armor. And what? Yeah, I mentioned before how the Barbed Bolts gets -1/-1 instead of dealing 1 damage. If it only dealt 1 damage, my Recruit would still be alive. But armor does nothing. It's like McBain's goggles. The goggles do nothing. Armor does nothing against -1/-1. And I played out the Baba Yaga's Den in front of their Grinning Kolobok figuring I could fall around the board, and then they lead it astray, so that's gone. Then I'll play Led Astray on their Kolobok, swing in for 2. That way they don't get the energy, they don't get the mana off the Kolobok. And the Barb Bolt strike again, so lose another minion to it. Here comes another Kolobok. I'll play out Shadowvar Beast in front of the Panic Raider, so it can't deal any more damage. Here comes a Forgeling. Great. It's going to pump the Kolobok, get in for extra damage. Hit the Beast with a Bolt. That way it's down to a 2-2. Sign of Pride. Okay, maybe I can start getting things turned around here. Nope. Opponent has Gigantomachia. For the life of me, I can't get anything to stick. And then he attacks with the Forgeling in the lane next to it. This Forgeling has Blast 2, so it kills the Shadowvar Beast. Comes Gamayun. Maybe I can find something useful at the top of the deck. No, not really. Picked up a Thieves' Bazaar. And, okay, I'm still at 1 health. I can get through this in... Another Barb Bolt and another dead minion. So if you're keeping track at home, that's 3 of my minions that have now died to this Barb Bolts, and I still can't seem to get anything to stick to this board, even though my minions are larger than his. And yeah, I played out the Ifrit and then used the Pride of Place spell to turn it into a lion. Reason being is the Ifrit's going to deal 1 damage to me each turn, each time I draw a card, and I was down to 10 health, so I turn my Ifrit into a lion. It's the same size, just doesn't do the damage. And I'm just desperately playing stuff out, hoping I can stop the opponent, but no, I kind of forgot about the Matryoshka at that point, so he's just going to pump his Forgeling, swing in for lethal. So I could not put up much of a fight in that case, and yeah, hats off to you, Disray, if you're listening. Your deck is freaking awesome. So, now to be honest, is the deck good? I don't know. I don't know if my deck's even good at this point. It might be. It might be, the greatest deck ever built, or it might be the worst. I don't know. I'm only getting 1 look at it, but for 1 game at least, I think it did something really cool. I think it was awesome. Like, at least for that matchup, he matched up well against us. He had an answer for everything I was trying to do, and those Barb Bolts just shredded us to bits. So I may actually steal this idea. This may be something I want to tinker around with. I've been waiting to find a good red-green build that's really playable. And, most of the builds out there, I mean, they're decent. They're solid. But for higher up on the ladder, they don't seem to, I've never had much success with them anyway. But, yeah. So, once again, my hat's off to you, Disarray. Cool deck that you have there. And, yeah, I hope to see more decks like that in the future. So, that's going to be it for me today. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button below. And let me know what your thoughts on this deck are. I haven't run across anything like that before. Maybe you have. But yeah, let me know if you think the deck's good or not. And I will be back on Monday with a new video. We're going to continue the Color Wheel series, and our next one is going to be yellow. And I hope you all had a happy Turkey Day. Stay safe out there today. It's Black Friday, so don't get run over and don't go crazy trying to get a deal on a big screen TV or anything like that. And I will see you guys again next time. Have a good day.